we judge that ISIL is training and attempting to deploy operatives for further attacks. ISIL has a large cadre of Western fighters who could potentially serve as operatives for attacks in the West. And the group is probably exploring a variety of means for infiltrating operatives into the West, including in refugee flows, smuggling routes, and legitimate methods of travel.
The White House has not responded to the senator's letter at this time. Charles.
Thank you very much, Catherine. Reaction now from Jim Hanson of the Center for Security Policy. Jim, the link sounds very serious. It also sounds very real.
Oh, it's absolutely terrifying and unfortunately all too true. The Obama administration has abdicated its responsibility to keep us safe, and it's handcuffed our law enforcement and national security agencies in their ability to even investigate the Islamist terror. They're bringing in these people. The FBI director has said we can't screen them, and they just want to whistle past the graveyard, which are filling up with victims from places like San Bernardino and Orlando.
The numbers are pretty staggering. 580 prosecuted, 40 refugees admitted here as refugees, and 380 foreign-born. That sends off all kinds of red flags and certainly underscores that we need greater transparency in the current system that we have, because I don't know what it is. I'm not sure if you do. I just hear it's between 18 months and 24 months, and maybe even think seriously about the pause button.
Well, when Donald Trump said he wanted a ban on all Muslims or a pause on all Muslim immigration, he was close to the mark. It would be smart right now to pause immigration from jihadist-controlled or influenced areas and take a look at whether or not letting anyone who is a sharia-adherent Muslim, which is the totalitarian ideology, not the religion, has any business coming in this country ever. We can ban totalitarian ideologues from entry under existing law, and it's probably time to start doing that and stop bringing more jihadists into the United States.
Jim, what about after Orlando? A lot of people are saying, well, you think about these so-called homegrown incidents, that something happened because their parents were allowed into this country. And how far does the screening go? I know it's obvious that the low-hanging fruit is that we would bar Syrians and people from Syria and Iran and Iraq and those sort of places until we had a much better handle on this. But is there an argument to even try to understand the depths of whether or not these people will ever embrace America as their new home, or whether they will bring certain resentment that can sort of foster terror later on?
I think you're hitting it right on the mark, Charles. And that's why the Sharia adherence piece is the important thing. It's not all Muslims. All right, there are plenty of Muslims who are willing to live in peace. But the ones who follow Sharia, which is a large number, it's a third to a half worldwide, have no way to follow the Constitution because they're required to place that above any man-made law. So they're not going to assimilate. It's not a question of their parents or the internet or ISIS or anything. That is what they're taught, and that's what they follow. That leads them to jihad, and it leads to dead bodies. We got to stop it.